Testing, test. Is this thing on? All right, everybody. So today we're going to be discussing the top 10 QBs under 30 years old.
Who do
So
you got as your number one spot?
my number one spot, for obvious reason, is going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Yep,
Um,
that's who I got as well.
yeah, I picked Patrick Mahomes, because he shows so much promise just in his arm power, decision making.
Yeah, his plays are really good. He almost feels like to me like he's like a mini. He feels like to me like he's a mini Tom Brady
I think,
or a future Tom Brady, I should say.
I think he's. I don't know if anybody will ever be future Tom Brady because that's hard to do.
He sparked something in me, and he became like one of my favorite players ever since he came in and started playing. I was like, wow, who is this kid? I mean, he's awesome.
He's ridiculous talent. Arm power is ridiculous as well. He chucks that thing like 80 yards like nothing.
But he didn't just it's not just how far he chucks it. I mean, he's very accurate. I mean, he's amazing. Like he's getting tackled, and you'd think any other QB would just fuck that up, and he doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
he throws that, and that thing is dead on accurate, and he's fallen, and it's just he's
Yeah.
amazing QB. He's number one on my list.
He's ridiculous. I mean, just the talent alone, probably, and just what he's done in such a short amount of time, his leadership skills, leading that team to
Being
the
so
Super Bowl.
young,
Yeah, winning the Super Bowl and being there twice in such a short
He's
amount
great.
of time. And the year before that, he met Tom Brady in the AFC Championship, lost to him, but
Hey, he put up a fight,
Yeah, he learned from it too.
no doubt.
So yeah, that's gonna be why Patrick Mahomes takes number one on my list.
Same with me. Number one on my list. There's just too many reasons to list how great he is. He's awesome.
All right.
Who do you got for number two?
Number two, I got Kyler Murray.
You copying off my list? That's who I got as well.
You literally copied off my list.
I don't think so. No effing way. Kyler Murray, I'll tell you the reasons why I picked him. So for me, it's like I know he's, he started his career in 2019, and I know the Cardinals are doing really good this year, but he's also got a really good rating. He's, average about 3,700 yards on average. He's got a 92% passer rating. I mean, he's blowing my mind. I'd really love to see Cardinals go to the Super Bowl. That's really what I'd like to see, and I feel like this kid he's pretty capable.
So I've been a fan of Kyler Murray since he came into the league. And I became a fan solely because he was 5'9". And there's no quarterbacks that are that short in the league. They don't usually let him in the league. So everybody doubted him. They're like, "Oh my God, this kid's small."
I wouldn't be doubting him.
He's small.
He's amazing.
He's growing each year insanely talent-wise, getting better and better.
Not inches in terms of passing, or inches in terms of
not height. But not only that, he's so talented. Meaning, if he looks around the field, there's no passes. He can make something happen with his fast twitch move. He's so small and he can accelerate.
He's awesome.
So quick. He can move so quick that he's a threat running or a threat passing. And you would think like if he runs so much, his arm is kind of not that good. But he's so accurate all the time, and he's got a deep ball too.
Yep.
So it's like, damn, what can't this kid do? They just took the lead in the NFC West right now, 4-0 over the Rams. I got Kyler Murray as number two.
Me too. Who do you got as number three?
All right, number three, I got Josh Allen. And I got Josh Allen at number three because he's been slowly progressing over the years too. Over the past 3 years, he has
been getting consistently better. Yeah,
he has been getting consistently better. He's not scared to throw a deep ball, which he has crazy arm power, and he puts the ball pretty much where it's supposed to be most of the time.
He's impressive.
Sometimes he does have a habit of just chucking it up there sometimes, but for the most part, it's mostly accurate.
I picked him as number three because he's consistently getting better over time. And for me, that's a clear sign that the kid's growing and he's got major potential.
I'm honestly a fan of all these young kids that
for sure
get into the quarterback position and step up to being a leader because that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's
really
awesome.
good. Who do you got as number 4?
I want to hear yours first.
Baker Mayfield. That's who I
Okay.
picked as number 4, and let me tell you why I picked Baker Mayfield. He's got a really good average overall. He's got 3,500 average passing yards right now, and he's got like a 60% success rate for me. And it's like he's up there and comparable. He started at the same time in 2018 as Josh Allen. And I personally have this thing about the Browns where I really would like to see them succeed really bad. So when I see Baker Mayfield play and the potential that he's got, I just have a little bit of hope in my head. Like, gee, should be great to see them go to the Super Bowl. I don't know. For me, I like him as a QB, and I just like a lot of things that he's doing.
Okay.
So that's why I picked him.
All right. I hear you. My 4th spot is gonna have to be Dak Prescott. I picked Dak because, over the past couple years, like since he got into the league, they did really good his first season, 13-3, and then they did not so good, a couple seasons, and then, they've been in the mix the whole, every year pretty much. They've been in the mix. They've got to the playoffs and everything. And Dak is a really good leader. He's got a really nice deep ball, and he's not afraid to put his body on the line to make his team win. I can see that in his games that he really does, like he really will sacrifice his body to try to win a game, for a couple extra yards if that's what it takes. And seeing that type of, just grit and leadership in a young dude who's also got a deep ball, and is pretty accurate throwing the ball too.
For sure.
I got to give it up to Dak Prescott because how consistent he's been over the years, even getting a little bit better over the years, and honestly getting better after his, the injury that he had last year with the broken ankle. I think it made him better this year because he's even being more aware than he even was last year. So that's why I got Dak Prescott at 4th.
Okay.
All right. Number 5.
What you got for number 5?
I got Lamar Jackson, number 5. And I got Lamar Jackson because he's dual threat, and that's dangerous, If they want to guard, all the people deep, he's going to find he's fast enough to just hit you with one move and be gone. So I don't like him doing that all the time. But he doesn't do it all the time. He does throw the ball, and he's got a nice deep ball too. His teammates have been dropping the ball lately this season, literally dropping the ball, and he's putting it right there. But if it were up to him, like that, those balls are hitting him right in the chest. It's right there. And he's so much of a dual threat that it's like when somebody's got that much talent, literally that can hit you so many different ways. That's very dangerous in my eyes, in my perspective. So that's exactly why I got Lamar Jackson at number 5.
I got Jared Goff as number 5, and the reason I chose him mainly was the stats that he's had over the years. Is he's got 4,300 passing yards. It's really high for somebody, And then the problem I have with him and where I put him at number 5 is mainly that the Rams are doing better this year, and he's not on the Rams anymore. But you still got to look at the stats and how he's been playing over since 2016, and the numbers are the numbers. I mean, he's done really well, and I have to put him at that spot for me for number 5 just because he's done so well.
This list, I could be being, some say may be say I'm not being fair because I'm putting some other people like Kyler Murray, who hasn't had as long of a career as Jared Goff. But at number 6, I put Justin Herbert. I put Justin Herbert at number 6.
I honestly thought it was going to be higher for you for Justin. That is your team. Yeah. So for me, I was shocked that you actually put him at number 6.
I did put him higher at first, but I thought about it, and I thought about how fair is it, and I didn't think he deserved to be top 5 because that's just me being real.
If you ask me, and I'm not a Chargers fan, it's not that I have dislike or anything against them. I think personally, I think Justin has huge potential. He was very high on my list, and I put a lot of thought process into how I was going to rank him. And, I think he's got a lot of potential. So I'm shocked to see that he's number 6 on your list.
Yeah, he got number 6 because I believe that the 4 that I listed, or the 5 that I listed before him, are better quarterbacks. Justin Herbert has tons of potential. Obviously, he got Rookie of the Year last year. Everybody can see the talent. He's got a deep ball. He's pretty accurate, and he's pretty mobile for being 6'5". He can move pretty fast too. That's why I got him at number 6. I might get some hate, saying, "Oh, it's not fair. He's only been in 1 year." But
I
just
mean,
how much, just the talent alone and
yeah.
what he did last year, is showing so much promise for him
I
that
I believe in the kid.
it's high hopes.
I actually, when I watch him play, I'm like excited. I see the potentials there. I actually have him as number 6. No joke. Look at my paper. I actually have him as number 6, because I see the potential in him, and I feel like he's amazing. And I have to rank him a little bit higher based on the way he's been playing, and it's impressive. So average of, like I said, 4,300 average yards. It's an early career. It's hard. It's still early to tell, but potential is huge. His success rate is amazing. I mean, I think he's got major potential. If you get the right receivers, I think the kid can go really far.
Nice. So
Who do you got as number 7?
my number 7, I got Baker Mayfield at number 7, and I got Baker Mayfield at number 7 because I think he's getting better over the years too. He's been in for like, I know, I know, I know.
Okay.
I got Baker Mayfield at number 7 because I think he's getting better over the years. As their team they got a really strong team overall.
Hmm.
Like defensively, it's very strong. Running game, very strong. Receivers, very strong. So like they got one of the most complete teams.
Hmm.
He's so low on my list because they have such a full team, and he's still, he made it to the playoffs last year and everything, but he's got such a full team that I'm expecting more from him.
Hmm.
So that's why I got
You
him
you
number
don't
7 on the list.
you don't think that his success rate's like 60% right now. I mean, 77 touchdowns, 45 interceptions. He's got 3,500 average passing yards.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
Eh, eh,
he plays average, but they get
Okay.
the job done though. But I just don't like think he's like the craziest talented. He can move,
I'm
and
shocked.
he can deliver a ball. I'm not saying he can't throw the ball or anything like that. It's just like um I wouldn't he's definitely not top 5 for me. So
Wow.
I'm sorry, Baker.
For me, number 7 was Dak Prescott. I think the main reason that I moved him around, but the main reason was he does have a really good success rate. It's 64%. Last year he didn't do as well, and I know he got hurt, but it's like, for me, his average isn't that good. I mean, he's been in since 2016. I haven't really seen major movement the way that I wanted to with the Cowgirls. I feel like the Cowgirls need to fucking step up their game, and their QB is everything. So for me, it's like, why is he not stepping up and really pushing the team in the right direction, right? I just, for me, he's number 7 on my list just because of that. I just feel personally like is he in there, giving it his all, or is he in there just,
Is he actually doing something, or is he?
is he going to make the team happen or not, right? Because
He's been there for a while.
he's
and
been
he
there for a
hasn't-
while, and it feels laggy to me. It's like, come on,
Like they should
step
have
on
it
up.
together already. Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel. I mean, and he's been in there longer than Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield. So it's like, you've been there 2 years longer than them. You have a little more experience. What the hell's going on in your head?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not feeling it. So I put him as number 7.
Yeah, I was really back and forth with Lamar being 4 and him being 5, but I put him at 4 just because I feel like he's got more of a consistent ball throwing ability
Yeah, I could
than
see that.
Lamar Jackson. But like I said, Lamar Jackson's so crazy dual threat. Um, so number 8, I got Joe Burrow, and I would have put him 7 above Baker, but I don't. He came into the league last year and he was showing some promise, and then he
Mm,
got hurt, and then he wasn't really able to show everything. This year he comes in, and he's looking a lot better this year.
yeah,
Um, I can see the natural talent. He's just a natural thrower, and I could see that he can deliver a ball nice. So
I think he's good for
yeah,
sure. But it's so early to tell because he's only been in since 2020, so it's
yeah.
like hard to tell kind of where that's going.
Mhm. Yeah, but I still think he deserves number 8 on my list.
For me, number 8 is Lamar Jackson. It's tough, but the problem I have with Lamar Jackson is that he runs the ball so much. I feel like if you're a QB, it's so important for you to be part of the team, right? It's not about just you, right? It's not fair that you're just constantly running it. It almost feels like when I used to play high school football and we did that, you got shit on pretty bad when you ran the ball all the time and you
Mhm.
didn't pass it. That's not playing as a team player. I
Mhm.
get there are opportunities where he's like just taking whatever opportunities are out there, and I respect him for that to try to make the team better. But you got to play as a QB, and for me, that's one of the reasons I pushed him down farther on the list.
Yeah.
He's at number 8.
I think sometimes the pocket collapses and you have to make a play,
I get that,
but
but
he does it a lot.
he does it a lot,
He
and I
does it
start
a
to
lot.
question whether he's trying to be a team player or not.
I've been seeing him more this season deliver the passes and not lean so much solely on run. I mean, I say that, but he is a top 5 rushing leader right now. He's not a running back, he's a quarterback.
Right.
But um I do see him delivering the ball where it needs to be, but his teammates are
I don't
dropping that.
disagree with that. And I think if he changes his ways, he could change. This list could change for me. But if he's going to continue to run the ball and not pass it, it's like, why are you a QB? Like, what are you
Mhm.
doing?
Mhm.
Why not just go be a receiver and just go run after the ball if you're going to play that game?
All
Who's
right.
number 9?
Number 9 on my list, Jared Goff. Jared Goff, um, he's been consistent for like the past 3 years. Like since Patrick Mahomes started to do good, I
Mm,
feel like Jared Goff was on the Rams and he was doing good with him. Um, and then I just started to see little mess ups
yeah,
from around that same time, like 3 years ago.
yeah.
They just little things, you know.
But
Just
he
not tight. He needs to tighten up his game.
but he has 4,300 average passing yards. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but you can pass the ball all day long, but if you're not scoring when you need to score, that matters too. Scoring when you need to score, clutch points.
Right.
Like
But he's got 114 touchdowns and 57 interceptions, which is probably why you're judging him a little harshly because
not,
he's
not even off based off that ratio. I don't think that ratio is so bad.
it's not so bad, but you would agree that this year the Rams are doing a
The
lot
Rams,
better
yeah,
without him.
they got rid of him and they're doing a
They're
hell of a
doing pretty
lot
damn
better.
good this year.
You know, he did make the list because his numbers.
Yeah.
That's why he's on the list at number 9 is because he has been consistent with the numbers and the percentages. Um, but his overall play as a QB and a decision maker
Not
gets
where you want it to
gets
be.
him at number 9 for me.
That's fair. For me, I picked Joe Burrow, and the main reason is not because the guy doesn't have potential or anything. It's not that at all. The reason he's so far down on my list is mostly because he's so new, right? And the fact that there's just not enough for me to really make a harsh decision about getting him in the rankings where he needs to be. Think about it like this: he's only had 22 touchdowns. He's just too new. He's a newbie, and it's too new for me to put him high enough on the list. I think he's got potential. I just think there's no way he could be anywhere above number 9 on my list.
All right, I respect that. I respect it just because You know, I understand. You know, he came in the league. He was number 1 pick, got hurt. You know, he still threw 22 touchdowns, but he got hurt. You know, he's got to show more
I
something.
need
But
more time before I can
it's
bring him back
respectable.
up.
So my number 10 spot is Sam Darnold,
Why'd
and
you pick Sam?
I picked Sam because, and a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, "What the hell, it's Sam Darnold?" You know, he was with the Jets for the past 2 years, and they were under horrible system, horrible coaching, horrible everything,
Yeah.
and it just went so badly, and they gave up on him, and they just sent him to the Panthers. You know that he actually has a good system, and he's got a lot of talent. He can deliver a ball and stuff. Um, he can chuck the ball, and he's big as hell, and he can move too. I think he's a dangerous quarterback, honestly.
Mm,
But um, he gets 10 for me just because he hasn't really done anything in his past. Until this year, that the Panthers are actually doing a little bit good.
yeah.
He hasn't really showed anything besides arm talent. He showed some arm talent, but that
But
whole
he's
team,
doing damn good this year.
yeah, he is doing good this
And I
year.
don't like the Panthers, so because it's a relatives team that I'm just not a fan of. But I have to give respect where respect is due. He's doing a great job this year.
Yeah, he
It's
is.
very impressive. So
That's why
he
he
didn't
got.
even make my list, which is crazy. For me, number 10 was Carson Wentz. And the reason that I chose him was, there's this thing. It's also, the Browns and the Colts are kind of like part of those teams where I'd love to see make it to the Super Bowl. It's been just way too long.
Mhm.
And potential for me, Carson Wentz for me, it's like he's got good average for passing yards. That's why he made it for number 10. His percentage of touchdowns versus interceptions is really good. I mean, he's at like almost 60%. It's doing pretty good. And he's doing better this year than he's been, because I know that last year he was nowhere near as good as he is this year.
Yeah, I'm actually a Carson Wentz fan. Like I love Carson Wentz. I think he's definitely
Why didn't he make your list?
definitely a respectable man. On and off the field. I like his gameplay. I like how hard he fights to play. He didn't make my list, unfortunately, only because injuries.
Injuries.
I know how good of a quarterback he is. I really understand. He probably is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, to be honest. But you can't play quarterback if you can't play at all. If you're hurt on the sideline, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're a fucking asshole."
No,
But
I mean, for me, it's judging harshly because I feel like it's not his fault. I mean, he's getting injured. It's not like we can blame him. Where Lamar Jackson can be blamed if he's not being a good quarterback and passing to his teammates, right? That's a
making the
decision that he made. Where Carson Wentz, I get what you're saying that he does get hurt a lot, but at the same time, it's not his fault,
It
and he
is
still has a really good average.
It kind of is though, because if you're making decisions to
Yeah.
stay in a pocket that's collapsing, and you try to get a pass off and you're getting pummeled, you've made that decision. Lamar's making a decision.
They're not supposed to be pummeling you, though.
Lamar made a decision to get away from being pummeled. I mean, they're all decisions.
I guess that's true in a way, but maybe he's just weak.
Who?
Carson Wentz is just weak. He's getting hurt all the
I
time.
know, dude. He's frail.
He's
He
frail.
doesn't look frail, but
Maybe he is
apparently
frail.
He's frail.
He needs more milk. Drink milk and help your bones.
He's ginger, but as far as I know, ginger people have the same bone density.
I have no idea. I don't know, but he needs to go get your shit checked out because you do get hurt
Get
a
your
lot.
blood work done, Carson, because I need to see if you're lacking
Lactose
anything.
intolerant. Yeah, there's something wrong going on. You're not drinking your
He
milk,
said
buddy.
Lactose intolerant.
Oh, look at no.
But yeah,
Well, maybe that's why he's not drinking milk, and that's why his bones are frail.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm gonna show up to his house with a milk truck and
Oh, that's
just
fucked.
spray it at his front door.
Yeah, it would still kick both our asses.
Honestly, we want to know what you guys think about this too.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
if you think our list,
Or tell somebody who didn't make it on the list.
seriously, if you have anybody that you'd put in here other than the people that we did, or if you think we're fucking crazy and this list is completely
crazy.
dog shit, We want to know what you think. Let us know in the
No,
comments
this
below.
list is not dog shit. This list is amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know
especially
about his
mine.
list, but my list is
No,
amazing.
I don't know about his. Mine is definitely
But I'd
accurate.
like to see the rankings in the comments of what people think.
Please,
Rank 1 through 10. and
1
tell
through
us who's
10, top 10 quarterbacks under
under
30. Like, subscribe, and we'll post more content like this. We promise you. Please, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.